Hey everyone, so in this video tutorial what we're going to do is we're going to talk about stingers and how we can implement stingers inside of your game. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up Unity. I'm going to start from the layered project that we were working with a couple lessons ago, and so I'm going to go ahead and open that up, and here's my layered project here, and I'll open it up here. If you remember, in this one, basically what I had was I had an audio mixer, and the mixer had 3 layers in it, where I had music, sound effects, and dialogue. And then I had a music mixer. I had layer 1, 2, and 3. I had some basic snapshots that I would transfer to when I collided with these objects here. Now what we're going to do is just build some stingers on top of that. So what I want to do first is I want to import my stingers into my project. So I got some stingers here on my desktop. I got 5 different stingers. I'm going to copy those, and then I'm going to go to my layers project inside of assets, and inside of a new folder, which I'll call stingers, I'll go ahead and paste those. So I have these 5 stingers here. Now, how do I get them to play back in the world? By the way, when I went back to Unity, it had to convert them into OGG files. So if I actually go to the assets here and go to stingers, I can see them in here. You can see over here, oh, they compress to Vorbis, which is cool. I can change the overall compression if I want to, and then it will take a second to reconvert. All that stuff fine. You don't have to worry about that for now. If you need your game smaller, then obviously you'd want to change the quality to maybe 50%, then save more space for your game. But let's go ahead and make a game object, 3D object, and let's choose something we haven't had in this scene yet. Let's do a capsule. So this is what the capsule looks like. And I'll put the capsule over on this side of things. Now, when we need to play something, we need to add another audio source, right? So I'll go ahead and add a component to this. I'll type in audio source, and I'll see it here. Now add an audio source component. Now, I still want it to be 2D, which is cool, meaning that down here where it says 2D, 3D, I want it to be 2D because it's kind of like an underscore stinger. I don't want it spatialized in the world, which is cool. Now, the output, let's examine this. Now, over on the audio mixer, I have in the music mixer, I only have layers 1, 2, and 3. Let's go ahead and add one more group to that, which is called stingers. So now I have a stingers channel. When I go back to my capsule over here, I want to make sure that my output for my audio source, let's change it to stingers. Then, for the audio clip, what audio clip are we going to play? We want to play one of the stingers. So go ahead and select stinger 1. But I don't want it to play right away, right? I don't want it to play when the whole thing comes alive. If I leave it right now, when I play it, you'll hear the stinger play right away. It's that kind of, the stinger that we heard basically is that ring, right? So I'm going to turn that off. And now what we need to do is write basically a script and the script is basically going to fire that audio source when we collide with it. I want to make sure that the is trigger is selected so it acts like a trigger. I'm going to save my world, and then we're going to write a new script. So this is the complicated part, but you guys have written a few scripts now, so it shouldn't be that hard. What I'm going to do is go back to my assets folder, create new C# script. I'm going to call this play stinger. I'm going to double click and it will open up my Unity text editor where I can actually go in and modify the script. So it's not a whole lot I need to do. I need to use the Unity engine again. Then I need to create a new function. It doesn't return anything, so I'm going to call it void. And this new function will be on trigger enter. Okay, and then I need 2 parentheses right after it that defines the function, and then 1 bracket and then the closing bracket to kind of finish the function. In fact, when I go back to Unity, I shouldn't get any errors in the console window. So I hit console, no errors there, and that's good. So I've created this brand new function. That's cool. Okay, so once I've created this new function on trigger enter, okay, what we want to do is we want to look for that audio source within the object that this is going to be attached to. And the way that we do that is we create a variable called audio source, and then we call it my audio source. And a lot of times I like to capitalize these middle letters, audio source. And then what we want to do is we want to get a component. So what we'll say is that my audio source equals get component audio source. And what that will do is if this script is attached to an object, then it will get that component called audio source. Okay, so if an audio source, the speaker, is on that current object, then we're going to kind of get that and store it, right? And the script now has that, and it says, all right, well, I have this. What do you want me to do with it? Then I can say my audio source dot play, and then it will play. Now I need two brackets because this is a method. It's like a function within my audio source. So that's all you need. So you can kind of copy these out. Audio source, my audio source. That basically means that I'm looking for the audio source on whatever this script is attached to. Then I get that component, then I play it. All right. So if I go back here to my Unity engine, hopefully I don't have any errors in the console window. I go to my project, I see the play stinger, and the play stinger, I want to make sure to grab it and then attach it to the capsule, like so. And so when I go to the capsule, you'll see there's the audio source that has stinger 1 on it, and then the play stinger script. So let's check it out. So when I play the game, now I'm playing layer 1, and when I go over here and I collide with this capsule, I'll hear that stinger. Kind of creepy. There it is again. Okay, so just to review, if I wanted to play on a different object, let me go ahead and create another 3D object. Once that script is written, I can then just keep adding these because the script is already set and ready to go. So over here, I'll go ahead and put another one, and I'll add in an audio source, select the stinger that I want to play, which I'll do stinger 2 this time. The output, remember, select the stinger channel on my mixer. I don't want it to play when it starts up, so play on awake, turn it off. Then one last thing, you need to attach the play stinger object to my capsule. And you might want to rename these too, so we can name this capsule instead of capsule 1. We'll name it capsule-stinger 2. And the first one we'll name capsule-stinger 1. Okay, so that's where it is, and we're looking at it. It's going to play stinger 2. I don't want it to play on awake, and it's got the script attached to it, play stinger. So save, hit play, walk over to that stinger. I'll walk over to the first one first. So this is stinger 1, kind of creepy. And then we walk over to stinger 2. And of course I did something wrong, which is that I didn't make this a trigger. Because when I bashed into it, I didn't make it a trigger, and that's how I realized that. So I'll go back to capsule 1, kind of look up here at the top of the inspector. I need to make it a trigger. So I hit trigger, then I hit play, then I walk over to my second stinger. The first one's super creepy, so I'm going to avoid that. That's a little less creepy. And then I go over here and do this one. Okay, and that's it. That's how you add stingers to your project. Fairly easy. Good luck.